All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
HunterxHunter, episode 142. Oh, we're getting
Mm.
closer and closer to the ending, guys.
Yep. And we have a fight between Gotoh and Hisoka on our hands.
Indeed. And
we have a chase.
Right. And
with
it's, yeah.
Illumi going up against Killua.
It does seem to be that way, yes.
And a lot of variables play.
Right.
The butlers in particular.
Yep.
But also the motivations of some of these characters
Right.
are a little bit in question. It's something where, because this is, like they said, some kind of inter-family affair, we don't know necessarily if all the butlers can be trusted, and
Right.
or if all of the family members can be trusted.
Yeah.
Because some of them might be feeding information to Illumi. So
it's almost like you can never trust the family members.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
They're assassins. But I think specifically someone is directing Illumi a little bit. Now, the curious thing here, the curious thing is that we've got this whole, chairman kind of voting,
going on in the meantime.
politics stuff going on in the meantime. Where are these going to intersect?
Right.
Now, they might never. They don't have to. It might just be a clever aspect of keeping, Killua engaged in a kind of a dual arc, kind of storyline, while something is going on that will probably only,
Right. It's prep for something bigger down the road. And
Exactly.
They're making sure to have this exciting stuff interspersed throughout it. That way,
it's more engaging. Yeah. So, guys, this looks awesome. looks pretty awesome. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. That is interesting. They did focus on Amane's reaction there.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
The way it showed Jing there for a second, and then he suddenly went into a pensive move. It almost looks like he's like, "Oh, the camera's on me."
Yes. No. You can smile again. You can fly away. Yeah, this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Ugh. You can try. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. What?
So there's this whole thing with the card, and that's probably gone. But it also was Killua and Alluka coming maybe to Jing. What if Alluka is Jing's target?
That would be pretty crazy.
That would be crazy. I don't think that's what it's gonna be, but we'll see. And we have a fight on our hands with Hisoka. Indeed. That's basically a JoJo's pose. I just realized that. Wow. It's amazing. Yep. Okay. Dang.
Okay.
Nice little force field of bungee gum. Oh, they're still moving.
Oh.
Oh.
It works both ways.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Wow.
Awesome.
Okay, so we just had to dodge.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, he's fast.
Right.
But that gave you the upper hand in a lot of ways, Gotoh. Like Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is very fast.
Oh, nice.
Brilliant. Ah!
Okay.
All right.
I mean, you can also dodge.
Ora! Oh, Awww. Shinderu. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, his head's still on. Okay, dang. I thought the head was going to be just off.
Okay.
Hisoka, you're just too cool, man. How?
It's too bad the Gotoh is dead, though. He was cool.
I mean, yeah, he's a good guy. Alright, so he's running normally. So, he's about, you know...
Compared to what you did with Satots, this is nothing.
Yeah. She's like, whoa! Okay. Okay. Oh. Subane is gonna go a different route.
Looks like. Oh, is this the part from the opening?
Possibly. Not sure. Please tell me there was Nen involved making this motorcycle.
I think so. Wait.
Oh, that's her?
Okay.
Oh my
Cool.
god, yes. And Aura is fuel. Awesome.
Cool.
And she turns into a motorcycle. Yep, let's go.
I love it.
Yep, this is from the opening. Yep. Wow. What's crazy is that anyone could actually like have the reflexes to drive that thing.
Right.
But I get the idea that it's not that they're driving, it's actually that the grandmother is actually, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is an amazing chase. Here we go. Yeah, that is true. It's going to be harder. Yep. Oh, just get to the city. Yeah.
All right.
You got to think like Killua. Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, she's like, come on, think about this. So Canary figured it out. But
I don't know.
yeah.
At
I'm
one point,
curious.
though, I would love to see Killua just going around with a car battery in his back, like in a backpack or something. Just being like, that way I don't have to worry about, you know, how long I can use my abilities.
It's aura, Jacob.
No, but he can recharge it with the electricity. Cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh. Amane is it. Nice. That's amazing. Cool. Oh, but Gotoh's dead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Aww.
Okay, Imane is not.
Yeah,
Imane is
no.
not the informant. No.
After all the seriousness, though, of the fight with Hisoka and stuff, then they go
Right.
to goofy stuff like this. It's like,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. More than a meter away.
That is true. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a very good point.
We need more people. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. He's like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Look like Jupiter. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. His power.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Holy crap.
Wow. Yeah.
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 Like, you'd think that's not very, like, sneaky, but then actually you realize, like how small those things are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ah.
Good point. Oh. The fourth hunter commandment? Thou shalt not.
Yeah.
Oh. Gotcha.
All right. Cool.
That seems very relevant, though.
Mm-hmm.
That seems very relevant because Jing has a target, remember?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's in the area where all the hunters are.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's trying to catch a hunter committing heinous crimes. Okay. Then you're no longer family, Illumi.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right. You know what? You know what?
What?
Morel might end up being the chairman.
Yeah, he would probably be the best fit now that I think about it.
Yeah, now that I think about it,
Like, yeah.
I really like the idea of him as
Mm-hmm.
the chairman.
Oh, yeah, and then Leorio can just kind of be the red herring.
Well, I think Leorio is going to have influence as being, this high up in the bit there, but it's not going to be... Wait a minute. Okay, gotcha. Dang, that's a lot of hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Awesome.
Dang. Okay. Nice. So you have the neutral one, this one, and then that's the Lost Hunter one.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but then they will have a lot less hunters as well. Okay. Okay.
All
Gotcha.
right. Gotcha.
Wow. Wow. All right. So they're not calling out specifically that it's Illumi. Or are they? Campaigning words!
Yep.
Oh. Oh, that's so horrible.
Yeah.
All right, everyone's moving.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
well, there it is.
Yep.
That's how this all is
Uh-huh.
beginning to combine. Yeah. Do, do, do. So if it then becomes a thing with Illumi as this kind of, not necessarily like a
Public enemy number one.
public
but-
enemy number one, but not really like a scapegoat, kind of a thing of where they're basically utilizing his, his actions as a means for other people to go, and we stand against these types of hunters. So
Right.
come behind us. Like that will not work out. Like, right? Like this neutral
Yeah,
guy or whatever, and
I
their
don't think so.
anti-chairman faction, that won't work out.
Well, because the thing is that, like, I mean, it's not like Illumi's the first hunter that's, committed heinous crimes, right?
No, of course not.
And it's not like they're saying that's something you can't do. It's just that you can't hunt other hunters unless the person did that. It's not like they're saying that
Right.
that hunters shouldn't do that,
Right.
Yeah.
If anything, it's more like, hunters are only really answerable to themselves. Which, if you think about that as an
Sure.
organization, there's so many problems with that.
Well, I mean, a lot of times that's what makes the world turn around, because then that's something you can count on.
I guess. It's
But,
a single
yeah.
point of failure, too. Okay.
Right.
All right. So
Gotoh's dead.
we have a conclusion to a fight that
It was very quick.
very quick. And yeah, Gotoh, I really liked you. You were
Yeah.
cool. But you know,
You should have dodged.
yeah, yeah. I think it was more of a question of not whether someone would win,
Uh-huh.
but it was just a question of would Hisoka kill him or not, and Hisoka did.
Hisoka, after all, doesn't really have a problem killing people. Now, the whole bit in the airport and the motorcycle chase, like the fact that somebody turned into an N-powered motorcycle.
Yeah,
And, like
that's
all
not a
that,
conjuring
that was,
thing. That's an actual transformation of sorts. She might be some kind of specialist.
I have no idea.
No idea.
Absolutely no idea.
But the thing about that just being a thing just endears me so much more to Tsubone. Like
Sure,
as just a fun character.
Right, because it's an ability that is specifically meant. It doesn't do anything on its own. You know, like not that we would think. It's a team player kind of ability. You know.
Yes. At least we assume so.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that it wouldn't make sense for her to really have that if it needed a writer, though. I mean, possibly.
Maybe. I mean, if it did, though, it would fit with the whole Butler idea that, like,
sure.
it's
Escorting.
like, right, or I need to get my master out of here, stat, like, right
That's
now,
true. That's true.
It's like, okay, let's get out of here. Hop on.
I guess it does have some correlations to things like a Greed Island card, because that's well, anyways, Nen is crazy. There's a lot of cool things you can do with Nen, and here's just another one.
Yep.
It's awesome. Amane and Canary having their little thing of trying to basically figure out what's going on, and Tsubone kept kind of chastising them. No, you're not actually thinking here. You're not thinking. You need to think about this here a little bit smarter. And then they end up actually catching up with Killua at the airport.
Yep.
And it worked.
Yep.
But then, nope. Amade started getting distracted by Canary. And who knows whether or not that was intentional. But Kill was gone.
Yep. And it was one of those things where it made me wonder, like, okay, where's Tsubone on all this? Like, does the transformation take a while? Is she still in the parking lot? Like, you know.
Right.
But because the thing is that once they showed Killua and Alluka, and they were more than a meter apart. The question is, like, is there any way that any of the butlers or anybody could be observing them at this moment in time?
No.
And yeah, probably not. It doesn't seem to be. But like the fact that we didn't see Tsubone just makes me paranoid if Tsubone is actually like on the airship. But yeah.
Yeah.
But all those comedy bits with Canary and Amane were great.
It's something that immediately made me lose my suspicion of Amane.
Yes.
Like all of it was gone.
Same here.
Like all of it.
Yeah. Unless they're doing something where she's been hit with a needle or something, but you know, barring that.
Okay, hold on. If any of them have been hit with a needle,
we wouldn't necessarily know.
We wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I think is kind of interesting. Amane's reaction to Killua saying, "Kill me?" seemed to be kind of a thing of like, wait.
Oh,
Because hold
Yeah.
on, let's say actually hold on.
hold
on.
This is how they could have there be the good conflict is because she's helping Illumi, but then it's like, wait, is Illumi trying to kill Killua?
Yeah.
You know, and then that could also be the fact that Illumi said that, even though he knew that wouldn't work. Maybe he knew that Killua would communicate it, and then he's using that as maybe a way to test Amane to see how loyal she is to him or whatever.
No.
Probably not.
No. I would say that it's more of a thing of like her just kind of catching on to that, and Killua is testing all of their loyalty to him
exactly.
by seeing like who out here doesn't want me to die and who just kind of reacts in an odd way to that.
Right.
So
yes.
Yeah.
I gotta
Gotoh
say,
stoic as always in that moment. Yeah.
But with the whole fight with Gotoh, I really like how he turned the bungee gum on Hisoka. Like even though it didn't, you know, it only worked for a little bit. Like he didn't really have everything all planned out and stuff. I like how he used that because that was cool.
Right. An object in motion must stay in motion unless acted on. So
exactly.
So the gun was not strong enough to stop the objects in motion from spinning.
Right,
you know?
exactly. It's the turning your opponent's strength against them. It for even though it was something where it's like, I'll be badass right before I die,
Right. Yeah.
It was still something that was cool.
It was pretty cool. So now we have this whole anti-chairman faction group starting to make a move, and I'm really disappointed that the Lost Hunter one is in the group, because I was kind of hoping that he would end up being a little bit more, I would say, prominent in like just future stuff.
And he could be, but
I think that this is something that's so basically they're putting themselves up against Pariston.
Right.
And I think that Pariston has to win up until the point where he loses. And I think that he's going to lose at the end of this.
I love that Shiro statement because it totally makes sense.
It totally makes sense. Yeah.
But it's still a Shiro statement. Yeah.
Even though you're winning, you're still gonna lose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where why are things always in the last place you look? Because after that you stop looking. Yeah.
So with that Shiro logic in mind, this is something where we now have an actual like big battle being built up.
Yes.
Like okay,
and not like battle, but like political conflict.
Yes, like a huger, wow, much bigger conflict than just even Alluka, because Alluka is not necessarily the center of it.
Right.
However,
the connection has been made.
The connection has been made between both plot lines, and the issue that could be here is that Alluka is something you don't want
the people to know about. Yeah.
And that was something that Morel noted here.
Yep.
You don't want even like the Hunter Association to know about this.
Yeah.
They would have a field day or whatever he said. They the segregationists. Or,
can you just imagine what it would be like if someone like Pariston got Alluka to make a wish for him?
Well, I don't care about whether or not they make a wish. I just don't want them having that kind of information, because I'm still of the viewpoint that Alluka is like a world-ending problem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's not even really that it's Alluka. It's whatever is connected, whatever
the something is
whatever is the thing that has its like hold on Alluka.
Right.
Like like the way I see it, Alluka is basically like the plot device that they're basically saying, hey, you see this character? This character has a condition on them. Has a like in D&D an actual like status effect on them, a curse, if you will. That, however, has an origin that is not natural, not normal within the confines of what everyone in this world
currently
understands.
Yeah.
So you have people like Silva freaking out and throwing the essentially the curse, because I think that Alluka, Alluka pre whatever this whole thing was, because there was a point where Alluka existed with no noticeable negative whatever.
Right, and it could just be that it hadn't manifested itself at that point.
That's totally true.
Like it could have always been there, but there's also the possibility that it developed.
Yes, but the thing itself overwrote all whatever connection or care they had for Alluka, to the point where they're like, Alluka, we're going to put you behind 15 blast doors with some toys and just kind of hope that this all solves itself at some point due to our genius and creative problem-solving skills. Now, but other than that,
one of the things that I wonder, it would be interesting, like I feel like this is something they could do. They don't have to do it, of course, but it could be interesting, is if they made it where, because Nen abilities come from, when it comes right down to it, desire, right? In some way, shape, or form, right? So if Alluka, what if her abilities came from some deep-rooted desire because of maybe how dysfunctional the Zoldyck family is?
Okay.
To have... Now, I don't know how it would basically work because of how weird the ability is, but if it was something where it was based around like not getting proper like attention as a kid or something like that, and it was something where as a kid they wanted certain things to happen that just didn't happen, right? Because they were in the Zoldyck family, right? And then because of that, and because they were a kid, the conditions that they kind of set on their nen ability were pretty much carte blanche, anything goes, because they're a kid and they don't know better.
That's interesting.
Like I don't like they probably won't do that, but it's just one of those things that I'm keeping in my mind as a little headcanon, because I wonder if it would be possible for something like that to happen.
Yeah,
go completely out of control. But
I like that, but there's too much identity based with the actual ability.
Yeah, that's true.
So I completely
it's
think...
a lot easier to think about as more of just some other being that's...
Well, no, it's not that it's easier. It's just that it's actually what the story is kind of telling us.
Right,
Like they're basically saying, like, Killua is basically, like, speaking to it, you know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like, Alluka is no longer there. Like, it's not Alluka.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think is probably the hints that we have about the rules that Killua knows about.
Sure.
Is that he knows a way to circumvent basically the whole identity separation, or basically just there being a being.
He understands Alluka better than anyone else.
And he understands potentially also the thing better than everyone else because he understands Alluka.
Right.
So it's all kind of circular, but it works out, I think, because this is ultimately a relationship-based conflict.
Exactly.
So Killua, in his whole, growth that he's gone through over the Hunter storyline, has been all about working out relationships, working out friendships, working out how to love and care for others.
Right.
And now that he knows all that and has all that, he can apply that to one of his earliest relationships.
Right.
That was probably more innocent and untouched by
probably,
just the crazy upbringing that he had.
And that's probably why it actually worked, because he didn't think about all the stuff. The whole idea of the worry about this power, like he never was afraid of it.
Well,
I mean, maybe he was.
No, I think that you're right in that he wasn't afraid of it, but I don't think it was a purely emotional, I'm innocent so I don't think about it. I think he was very much thinking about it. But I think it's something where he divined this information because he actually had the connection.
Right, exactly.
So he did probably use a lot of critical thinking, and
but it's the simple answer from the mouths of babes kind of a thing, where all the grown-ups are like, crap, what do we do? Okay. And then Killua's just like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. I can handle this, no problem.
That kind of jives, because Killua's whole thing with Gon is that Gon is the simplistic one,
right,
and Killua is the one that kind of constantly overthinks things to often his benefit,
right.
But in terms of just pure relationships, a lot of times the simplistic connection is where the strength is found, instead of in all the stuff that Killua's got going on inside his head. So I really, really interested in a lot of ways on that and how they continually develop that, because he's at least in this episode we barely got any Alluka, and
that's true.
Alluka as kind of a I would say the eye of the storm essentially for all this craziness. I'd say the episodes are better, are made better just by every interaction with Alluka.
Right, yeah.
Particularly because I really do feel like Alluka as a character means more than even just the Killua stuff, because Alluka is essentially a 2-in-1 combination.
Okay,
you have to really think about Alluka and the thing as two separate entities. Like, I really don't... I don't jive with the idea that... Well, okay, let's bring this back actually to the Chimera Ant stuff and everything.
Okay.
Gon's whole duality.
Yeah.
And Meruem's whole duality. The whole theme of basically the monster and the human.
Right.
I think this is basically the next kind of stage in...
Okay, in that, but brought more like to like a personal perspective than like a a big picture,
right? Where it's something that this is humanity in Alluka, and then Nen, of course, involved there as well, acted upon by monstrosity, by evil, by something that overtakes that.
Gotcha.
And the only way that you can save someone that's been overtaken by monstrosity, by evil, in some ways you look at just 131 with Gon raging out, and and in some ways a cold anger, just dispelling, just dishing out judgment on Pito. It was just Killua just calling Gon's name, that just kind of made him go, oh, and and then he starts to cry and all that. I feel like that's what's being thematically shown here. Just that.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah. And there's a lot of potential there.
Oh, for sure.
There's
because it's keeping things character focused. Yeah. While at the same time having the Hunter complicated plot and, power mechanics and things like that is so characteristic of the show. Yeah.
Right. I'm just curious though, like what parts of all of this will be resolved soon and which parts will be kind of segued into later stuff.
Yeah, how much of it is going to be a read the manga ending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the main thing that needs to happen is Gon. Gon needs to be...
Yes. That would be very strange if the show ended and Gon was still unconscious.
I could see it ending with him waking up.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and maybe smiling and saying something to Killua.
Yeah.
But I also think that seems a little bit too
trite.
Too little.
Yeah. I'm not sure if trite is the right word there, but yeah.
But either way.
But cool.
I would say the other thing that they teased was Netero's super group of people. We have now another group of people.
Getting kind of... There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot. And they silhouetted them, so we don't know who they are yet, necessarily. But that seems like something that doesn't really fit here.
Oh, like more of a read the manga type
stuff. Exactly. It's something that it's something that's too big for this whole setting here. So I'm just gonna keep kind of a pin in that in my head, but not an Illumi pin.
Exactly.
I like to control my faculties. They went and utilized also the Hunter commandments, which were I think they were mentioned either last episode or this episode earlier.
Right, and then they actually talked about number 4.
And then talked about number 4.
Interesting.
So I like that the hunters do have a code, essentially, that they live by.
Right.
It makes sense that they would need that. But, again, it brings up the topic, the hunters enforce the hunters.
Right.
You realize how, busted of a,
Well, it's
a single point of failure. That's why Pariston being the chairman is such a problem for some of these people, is that they realize... we can't stop him once he would be in power.
Right, because if you think about with setups for governments or whatever, it won't just be one organization. There will be multiple sections within, and it's sort of like that interdependency. But with the Hunter Association,
it's very hierarchical.
There could be a bunch of interdependencies in there, but we don't know about those yet. So the idea
because we don't know about them yet,
right? So because we don't know about them, we assume that they don't really exist.
Yeah.
And so Pariston becoming chairman is terrifying.
It's much more terrifying now because it seems like not only is the code the thing that determines basically the hunters. Here's an example. Let's say Jing became a
chairman.
Became a heinous crime criminal.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah.
All the rest of the hunters would have to essentially respond to that, or they're basically just saying, yeah, we kind of accept that, right?
Well, right.
Now, I'm talking heinous. I'm talking something where he would be an actual
public
problem,
enemy number 1.
A problem to society. Not even public enemy number 1, because Illumi's doing something that hurts the public, but they know the Zoldyck family exists,
right?
Which means, by definition,
I don't think the Hunter Association has ever really done things where it's like this is a mandatory mission for all hunters.
Yes.
And this is the closest thing they got to it with the election, and I think that's why there was a lot of a lot of like skepticism about the things that Pearson was trying to do, because it's something where they're forcing, they're coming very close to forcing hunters to do certain things.
Yeah. Now, I think that you're right that they're not necessarily forcing them yet.
Right. But some of the things that Pearson was suggesting would have, like the revoking the licenses, for instance.
Yeah, which is...
That would have, Yeah.
So with this whole thing, I actually think that Netero's group that he's a part of...
Yeah.
Or he was a part of, because, rest in peace, would be something that, could... maybe be even above the hunters,
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
I mean, in some ways, the Zoldycks are kind of above the hunters in that regard. Like Netero just casually hired, Zeno. So
yeah, that's true.
It's a really interesting thing. We don't really know kind of how this whole thing works, but it brings up some interesting questions, and it makes the world of Hunter x Hunter more interesting. So, guys, it's a fun, crazy. Now it's getting a little bit complicated episode. Right. If you want to watch the next 2 episodes reactions right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.